Hello, I'm Lauren May, the assistant principal at Oaklawn Community High School, and I'm going to go ahead and do a brief recording for those of you who weren't able to join us at Curriculum Night. So one common question that people ask about Curriculum Night is, if I didn't attend, how do I get my registration materials? Those registration materials are going to be brought over to Oaklawn Hometown and to Simmons, and they will be sent home with your student if you weren't able to join us. So once you have that packet, you can sort of follow along with me in this presentation. So again, I'm going to do an abbreviated presentation of the slides from incoming freshman curriculum night. Welcome to the class of 2026. If you weren't able to join us, or if you would just like to revisit some information, we'll do our best to get that communicated to you. So the agenda for that day included general information about Oaklawn, an overview of our course selection process, and then in the live event, families were invited to go visit different parts of the school and see the elective sessions. I'll talk briefly about electives, and you'll also have some resources in your packet regarding those. So the number one resource for you is our website. You can find all of the materials I'm going to refer to in this presentation there, including lots more information about courses, activities, athletics, calendars, bell schedules. All of that is available on our website. That's a really great resource for you. Our bell schedule on most days is shown on the screen. Students will take 6 academic periods. If they want to add a 7th class, they would do that during 0 hour, which you can see there is for early riser, starts at 6:50 a.m. One unique aspect of our schedule that I'd point out to you is our 3rd period Spartan Plus. That's our intervention period, where during that time students can go visit any teacher in the building to get extra help. So that's an important part of supporting our students. And that schedule is slightly different on Wednesdays because we have late start, but essentially school starts at 8:32 on most days. We offer a variety of other ways that students receive support, and we do want students to take the most challenging coursework that they are prepared for. And so in addition to that Spartan Plus period, we have a lot of different layers of support, which are detailed for you on this slide. When we're thinking about taking courses and picking courses for the class of 2026 for this upcoming fall, some common questions are how many courses. Again, most students are going to take 6 courses unless they elect for that 7th early bird course. The placement recommendations, which in your packet you'll see a green sheet, and on that green sheet will be those placement recommendations. They'll already be marked for you in English, math, and science. A variety of elective offerings might play into your mind here. All freshmen are going to get at least that one elective. And then future plans, including career pathways, which there's some more details about both in your packet and in the planning guide, which is a detailed version of all of our courses. So in that packet, again, you have several important pieces of information, but the 2 most important are that planning guide and that green course selection sheet. Those are going to be very important over the next couple of weeks before you sit down for that individual course selection appointment on February 9th. Graduation requirements for the class of 2026 are detailed here on this slide, as well as on page 4 of the planning guide. Students have 4 years to accrue their 44 credits. Each past semester course is 1 credit, and you can see the breakdown of the types of courses that they need. Inside of each of those areas are some choice and some requirements. All of those details are in the planning guide, and that's the type of conversation that you'll have on February 9th when we sit down and select courses. In addition to accruing those 44 credits as detailed on the previous slide, students must also complete 25 hours of approved community service before graduation. Typical freshman classes are going to include both English and math. English, we have a variety of levels and delivery methods. Most students are going to be assigned to English 1, and then some students will be assigned an additional period of reading strategies as support, or they might be moved up into English 1 honors. Similarly, in algebra, Most students are going to be placed into Algebra 1. Some students who need additional support will get that extra period to work on that. And then we also have 2 honors levels for freshmen, Algebra Honors and Geometry Honors. And more details will be available depending on your student's current math MAP scores, 8th grade grades in progress, and teacher input. For science, again, we have regular biology, the honors level, and then a more supportive biology RS, which stands for reading strategies. All freshmen will take PE and health during that freshman year. And then in history, world history can also be taken as a sophomore. Some students are going to take these graduation requirements as a freshman or a sophomore. If your student is interested, we also offer AP Human Geography and AP World History. AP Human Geography is a 1-semester course that is open to freshmen, especially freshmen who are placed into English 1 honors. And then AP World History is actually taken sophomore year. So if your student is in the honors track and they might take AP World History, we recommend not taking regular world history as a freshman. For the class of 2026, the page 5 in the planning guide details an entire 4-year plan where you could start thinking about what courses are going to appear in your student's schedule during each of their 4 years. But we're just going to concentrate on the freshman year right now. Again, students are taking the English and math for sure. Most students are taking biology, PE, and health. Some students are going to take world history either as a freshman, during summer school, or as a sophomore. You have some choice on that. And then that leaves room for 1 elective, which may come from a variety of different areas. When we're selecting electives, one thing that we might want to start thinking about is a career cluster. When we think about what might my child want to do after high school. And so we have some both in your packet, on our website, and through the planning guide, we have some information there about how to find a career cluster and then what electives might be well placed to prepare a student to explore or experience those types of classes in that particular area of interest. This slide details the course selection process. This year we're doing our freshman course selection through individual conferences, either in person or by phone, and that is your family's choice. You can go to our website if you have not already signed up for a course selection appointment and pick a time that works for you. You're going to, prior to that, review those elective choices. You're going to want to mark up this green course sheet with the classes that you might be interested in. And then again, if you haven't already submitted your copies of your birth certificate, that student information sheet, home language survey, and then if your student is taking any summer classes, all of those things can be sent into the school by mail or dropped off at our greeter station off of Southwest Highway any school day between 8 and 4. So again, this course selection form is how we're going to plan for the courses that your student is going to take during freshman year. The front page, the gridded page there that you see, has all of the courses that are available to freshmen. And then on the back, that gives you a chance to plan out the 6th or perhaps 7th course. And that's also where you would indicate that your student might be interested in summer school. Again, there's room there. You're not picking the exact order of the classes, but there's room there to pick what goes in each semester for those 6 open slots. And again, all of those placements in English, math, and science were determined collaboratively with Oaklawn Hometown and Simmons. We send our staff over there and they talk to the middle school teachers. We look at standardized test scores. We look at 8th grade grades in progress. And your 8th grade teachers are the ones that know your students the best right now. If your student speaks Spanish or Arabic in the home or is enrolled in a current Spanish class in the middle school, we're working on those placements as well, and we encourage you to consider foreign language as an elective. When you complete that course selection form, you can also pick that 7th class, which is held in 0 hour, that early bird course. And then students also could register for summer school, which does have a fee. And there is an entire sheet about summer school details in your packet. Briefly, summer school is open to freshmen. Any freshman can take incoming, or any incoming freshman, excuse me, can take World History 1 or World History 2, which are graduation required classes. Students often use summer school to get ahead on graduation requirements, and it frees up their schedule to take other electives during the school year by taking classes in the summer. We're also going to be offering a Foundations of Technology course, which is an elective course in our Industrial Technology department. Again, there's a sheet in your packet that has lots of details about summer school, and when you sit down with your counselor or administrator for course selection, they can answer any questions that you have about summer school as well. If your student receives special education or EL services, special education course selection actually happens at the annual review meetings, which are occurring and will occur at your middle schools. And if your student receives EL services, you will actually be assigned to our EL counselor for course selection. So after February, after everybody sits down and has those individual meetings and picks classes, we will enter all of the student choices into our scheduling system, and then we'll start to build our schedule, allocate teachers, and you'll find out that schedule in over the summer in August. So we'll start that residency verification process. We attempt to electronically verify families' residence, and only if we're unable to do that will we ask for additional documentation, such as copies of driver's license, mortgage or lease documents, etc. School fees are due at the time of final registration, which happens in late July and early August. And then once fees are paid, students' schedules are available. That's when they'll pick up their iPad and see their schedules in SKYWARD. SKYWARD Family Access. If you received it, again, even if you weren't able to attend the Wednesday night live event, you should have received phone call and email reminders about it. If you did not, that may mean that we don't have your correct contact information. And there's information on this slide about who you can call or email to make sure that we have all of your correct phone and email addresses so that you get all of our messages. Again, we're going to select courses primarily on Wednesday, February 9th, but there's also some other dates and times available when you go into that online scheduling system. We're going to approve residency here before May 31st. We're paying school fees over the summer, and schedules will be available there at the beginning of August. Again, I'm Dr. Lauren May. The school principal is Dr. Gina Leitz, and our other assistant principal is Mr. Worgan. Mr. Sundquist and Mrs. Ackes may be good resources for you as well. And on this slide, you'll see all of our division and department administrators who can answer detailed questions about courses. Everybody's contact information is available on our website, and we do encourage you to just call the school if you're not sure who you need to talk to. If you have general questions, we can always answer your questions that way. And with that, that concludes this presentation. Again, we threw a lot of information at you. Much of your answers can be found on the website or through what's in your packet. And again, those packets, if you haven't already received it, are going to be sent over to the middle school, so your students will bring them home. If your student does not attend Oaklawn Hometown or Simmons, but you do live within District 229 boundaries, you can give the school a call so that we know that you're coming from a parochial or private school, and we will make sure that you get all of those registration materials. Again, give us a call or drop us a line if you have any questions. We are excited to welcome the class of 2026, and we're excited to sit down and select your classes with you. So please make sure you make those appointments. Thank you.